All right, we are live.
Hi, live.
Highlight.
Oh
All
boy.
right, so
Pain.
Okay, so do you guys want to go like one at a time, or do you guys want to go to the juicy cards first?
Sloppy Jalopy, Lil Raccoon of the team,
Yep.
just over
Hello.
here trying to represent black. I heard we got Edwin to represent blue. We got Miggy who's gonna represent yellow because red's dead, and Zuniga who hosts.
Yeah, I'm just
How's it
I'm
going?
just here.
Want to go down from the way they have it set up, so just card by card and whatnot.
Yeah, basically. So the first card is Secret Identity Mass Saiyan.
Unnecessary hit.
Hot controversial take, yeah. People played what was it, the old Mass Saiyan with like double strike. You know, that's still a fine replacement, albeit it costs energy, which it sucks, but whatever. The
Cost one, right?
For me, I played Trunks. What was it? The Crimson Warrior.
Yeah.
I played Trunks Crimson Warrior, and I just completely cut Secret Identity from that list. I've cut Secret Identity from Vegex. Like I don't mainboard it anymore personally, just because in black you had Gogeta thwarting to remove most of the side. You know, like one ofs here and there, but you basically drop it every turn and you slowly board control that way. Half of the time you have those kind of like universal negates, kind of like Topo and Red, although that's not played as much, but Black recently got Pan. So you can kind of ignore the board for a turn, and then you would try to drop that off to clean up the board. I would just rather play a overwhelm that either furthers my board state by either getting me more cards or applying more pressure, and I wouldn't really need to deal with the board. I think that's an unnecessary hit, and kind of just the more of a to the non-black decks that do want to just the generic overwhelm.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, that is what they said. It said it's run in all colors.
Okay,
Yeah.
but is that really a bad thing if they can all use it?
Yeah, that's like saying, oh, every deck uses double strike Champa.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I don't
The
know.
reason,
fact,
the
don't
reasoning
think
to
it
me is
actually,
kind of
One at a time. So Jalopy, go ahead.
I think it in the same kind of way we all see it, like double strike Champa or Kai are just staples that aren't really color locked or leader locked. They're kind of just toolboxes that any deck can pick up. You know, okay, maybe I want this for a specific answer and it meets that criteria. They can give me the bullshit excuse of, oh, it's because every deck uses it. All right, you're going to have to hit double strike Champa and Kai next because they're almost every deck uses those too. What I think they'd rather have said is we're trying to promote variety, and in which case just print other generic overwhelms that are good. I think one of them would be kind of considered like the Trunks TP that draws a card and is a free overwhelm.
Yeah, the 25k.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
no, that one's
might
good.
be one of the cards that replaces like Fighting Against Fate, in my opinion. Because now you don't need to just try to hold that one of overwhelm for your kill turn. You can play it during your kill turn, and it's good because it digs deeper to super combos to SCR. Or you can do it also in the middle to like pressure unisons or like an unexpected attack for no energy that wasn't, you know, that isn't easily to plan for. And I think that's still a strong enough card to kind of like easy replacement. And instead of having overwhelm at least 6 cards and drop 4, you'll be dropping it more consistently.
Which is also true.
So rather than restrict or ban this card just to try to say we want to push variety, they should have just kept on printing more generic staples like in Yu-Gi-Oh! They print out more and more rank 4s for when the XYZs barely came out. And you used to think things like Steel Storm Roach was a staple, and it was like a $40 secret rare. And then it just dropped to like $2 because so many other staples were printed. It just wasn't the best option. They
Yep.
could have gone that route.
Oof. All right, so I think it's time that we move on to the next card. Just because we all agree that this was a little bit, I don't know.
It's to push the Toa deck next set.
Yeah, and also, yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, Mickey, this is your realm, so you're gonna be talking about this.
Piano.
Yes.
I mean, there's not much to say. If they hit just piano, I think maybe some players would have found a way to make the deck work. But the fact that piano and the unison, which I don't know if that's the next card. I don't think so, right? Because we're going through band cards first.
Yeah,
But
it's not.
yeah,
It's just piano.
so the unison also got hit, which means that the deck is unplayable in my opinion, because so many cards rely on the unison. For example, symbol, you need the unison that has rejuvenate on it to get the extra draws. So if you only have one copy and they get rid of it, how are you gonna get that extra draw? And also the TP negate that negates for free if you have the Piccolo unison. Can't do that anymore consistently, anyways. So I think the piano and the unison getting hit is just like it buries the deck. The deck's not playable anymore.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because King Piccolo was a very good deck.
Yeah, that's fun.
And Dano's gonna have to find a new deck.
Eek. So I guess like the best red deck right now would be U7, right?
Yeah, I mean they
Seven
didn't
might
even
be,
play
like, tier
overruns,
0.
right? So
Yep. So like they didn't get in touch with the red, they didn't get in touch with the black. So it's it's one of the best red decks right now. And then like I wish Crash was here so we could talk about this.
We have Jalopy.
Oh yeah, that's true. We have Jalopy. So what about SS3 Gogeta Marvelous and Might? What do you think about that, Jalopy?
I think that one was a big hit to Gogeta Black as a leader, not so much on the other Black leaders overall. So it's kind of like with Piano, they went after a specific archetype and leader, and not just like a hit across the board. Because Trunks ain't playing it. Vegex is already an RNG deck where it's like, if you mill this card, it don't do shit. If you draw it, alright, that's great. But that inconsistency just doesn't make it as worth playing. It's specifically to the Gogeta leader, where you can consistently get to it, has a lot of synergy and bigger plays for it. And I don't think Gogeta was posting up any form of oppressive numbers to represent, getting hit. Like, is it strong? Good? Yeah. But there's more than one strong and good deck. So there's no reason to just, like, all right, go with these guys and then just try to push the next set,
Yeah, and also it affects Crash's like Spice like SS4 deck as well. Remember that, Edwin?
All right, this hurts that deck more than a Gogeta.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. This wasn't just a hit to the Xeno Gogeta. It was also a hit to like 3 or 4 other black decks. It was kind of, yeah, I don't know.
Oh yeah, we were talking
I
about
feel this can be very.
I don't know.
It could be a very preemptive hit.
No, continue, guys.
Okay, yeah, I could see that because it poops up the 1-drops and it wasn't specific to True Fighting Spirits. Those just happen to be the better ones at the time, so maybe they're just trying to make it where they can print out, they have a little more design space for 1-drops.
Sure.
And then
the
no.
Goku True Fighting Spirit is a unique now,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah, it's
Maybe
unique.
this would have been too good in whatever Xeno Vegito deck was going to be in the future. Maybe they're like future proofing.
Oh, for like
Yeah.
the set 18, like because they did say that Gogeta Xeno is gonna be like the main card.
Yeah. So I'll reserve a little less hate on this ban because it seems a little unnecessary for now. But we ever chat it up again on the next time, I'll keep it in mind.
All right, for sure. And then we already talked about the Piccolo Jr. What about
This
fighting
is the
against
Rotter
Fate?
Piccolo.
Yeah,
SS3.
yeah. Sorry, SS4 Bardock fighting against Fate. What do you guys think about that one?
Yeah. I personally like this one a little bit more than I do the Secret Identity.
Yeah, this one has a little bit more reasoning on it.
Yeah,
What was the reasoning?
The dual attack 25 is a sweet spot. If you ever go in increments of 10k over your opponent's leader, is usually the sweet spot to me, because if you combo 5, they super combo and you just neg the card. But if you go to like 25, 35, the way for them to try to still retain a good hand size and resources to play the game, they have to at least lose a card every time. The only kind of clean answers to me would be those hard floodgate negates like Violent Rays. And in that case, you just look at it in your hand, you're like, well, this does nothing, And you needed that specific answer for this specific overrealm, that on kill turns, you could basically tap out, drop SCR, go crazy, and drop this after the fact, and there's usually no way your opponent can defend 2 more swings cleanly. So I'm fine with this one. I think it could have actually been kept around still if they swapped it up and errated it to just cost an energy to play.
No,
So
I
you're saying
agree.
the problem with this card was it being 25k.
Yeah, 25k for free and dual attack just made it like if you overwhelm twice in a turn anyways. That felt like way too much value for free.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. What about you, Mickey? What
Well-
do you think about fighting against fate?
Well, what was Bandai's reasoning for the hit? I didn't read it.
According to them,
It's like Matt saying.
yes, reasoning since this card's release, it has remained a staple overwhelm card for decks of all colors. In order to encourage more diverse overwhelm strategies and improve overall player enjoyment, we decided to ban this card.
It's kind of like saying if you were playing a deck, doesn't matter what leader that doesn't have restrictions, what does your deck list look like? Well, before you even get a colors, you think to yourself, all right, this on Secret Identity and the Double Strike High, I already got 3 cards out of 50 done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's a bad thing. Was anyone really complaining that I have to use fighting against fate?
I don't.
The opposite. It's because everyone's just like, hey, yo, this makes it easier for deck design. It's just inherently stronger than most of the other tools we got for like a free overwhelm.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think-
it wasn't oppressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't oppressive. It was just really efficient, and it was used across the board. My solution to that would have just been make more staple overwhelms like that rather than just cut the ones we have now. But you guys brought it to my attention where it's like, hey, Xeno Vegito might actually show more kind of cards like that. So, maybe.
Well, it might not matter with this card because this is like a Bardock card. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe there's just something we don't know yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's something that we don't know yet.
Fighting against fate, dual attack, double strike.
Yeah, it's a bit. And then this.
But it's overwhelm 8. Played.
Yeah. Then we're gonna move on to Soul Striker, and then I'm gonna leave this part to Edwin.
Just why? It had 0 tops in San Diego. And did it get a top in like that other regional, Tennessee? All right.
I have no idea. I didn't look at the Tennessee regional.
I don't think it did. So, recent 2 events, 0 tops. Android 16 won San Diego. Castillo topped with SS3. SS4 topped. Even the Crimson Warrior with Kantarsi topped. But the universally known best blue leader was Soul Striker, according to everybody, right? So if it got 0 tops, why did Bandai decide to errata it? When the original on the starter deck has the better awaken side, but the only flaw was it had no early awaken and it didn't draw unawakened.
And this one's bad one is that it just doesn't have an early awaken. It still gets the draw, but
Yeah, like that's nice, but the awaken side is better in the original. This only had the advantage of awakening early at 6 or 7 life, and it wasn't oppressing the format like people always thought it would.
So what you're saying, Edwin?
It died a mob rule.
Yes.
Yeah. It was more of a product of people voicing their opinions rather than actual results.
Yes.
I agree. Because I I didn't really see that much of a problem with this leader. I think another reason would have been like it was very generic.
It kept blue alive, basically.
For its time, yeah, but because of the like new leaders topping, I don't think it was needed anymore in a way.
Hey, your opinion on this one, real quick. Could y'all give me an idea, right? Do you think it's smart the way they actually banned it or like eroded it? Because sure, it could be said that it's like the most represented blue leader, but it's not the most result one that's like popping out like tops. So if you have a lot of people still kind of playing it and whatnot, and you just kind of gave it, an errata, a nerf, that's going to actually piss off a good amount of your player base for no valid reason whatsoever. The results aren't showing with the deck. That doesn't seem smart.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. Like, I guess, in a neutral perspective, why they'd want to hit it. But with this new set, there was nothing, very amazing that took it over the top. Like maybe the Cell SCR, not SCR, SR.
Yeah.
But you're going blue-green. And blue-green got new stuff, but you haven't given it the time to like stand out. Maybe if you didn't touch it this time, let the new set happen, see what happens. If it becomes more oppressive, then maybe errata it then. But eroding right now when it's not doing anything doesn't make much sense to me.
Yeah, I think it was just the wrong time.
Like, I just feel they're like, oh, we need to hit blue because we always hit blue in every list, so let's stick with something. And they're like, oh, they complain about Soul Striker every time, so here.
Yeah, like I didn't even hear that many people complaining about Soul Striker anymore, to be honest.
I blame Brian Samuel. He made that post an hour before this list dropped.
Really?
Yeah, he said he wanted Gogeta banned. I think the Pink Pillar Unison banned, and Soul Striker banned.
Gotcha. Eek.
And here we are.
Yep, talking about Soul Striker. Miggy, what are your thoughts on the Soul Striker ban? Soul Striker errata, my bad.
I don't know. I mean, the new support seems like it's more geared towards androids. So I don't really. Maybe they're just trying to push people to play new archetypes, but I don't think that was a good way of doing that. I think they should just make the archetypes better.
Yeah,
like, and like most leaders are bad.
Yeah, that's the new Gamma 1, Gamma 2 leader doesn't seem bad, but
That's potential. It's like,
yeah,
outside of its shell.
We're gonna have to wait and see with that one.
Yeah.
What about you, Jalopy? Are you okay with this?
I never got a chance to play with Reboot Leader in an event. Sad day.
but just overall in general, what do you think?
Kind of the same thought as before. You're pissing off a lot of people because they play what they enjoyed, and it's not a bad deck, or it wasn't a bad deck. It wasn't the greatest deck, but it was still like you're in a game. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're trying to like buy into the cards, you at least want to make sure you can have a chance to play a game. And for the people who pick that up, like I'm sorry, this is the end of the line. You're gonna have to find somewhere over, maybe port over some of the staples. But yeah, like androids at first when they won an event was kind of out of nowhere. Then they caught like a second event win at San Diego, right? Or am I making that?
I think like third.
Yeah, so like it started showing off a little bit more popularity, more representation, and if anything, that one seems to be more of a like the more unique deck that was doing better. That might be on my radar, especially if now you're printing out like more Android support. Like the cell that plays out of energy. That's what Androids do. So it seems like if you're trying to knock down something from being too oppressive, you looked in the wrong direction. They're doing it much more to either push players in a different direction, but I don't think they went about it the right way.
I don't think so either.
What we got next?
We got Thorning.
Oh yeah.
Crash got lucky, doesn't get banned.
It got limited.
No, he got lucky.
Oh, according
Yeah.
to Phantom Drone X7, blue is lucky they still have hatch.
That's true.
That's a
I mean,
okay,
they
I
have
hear it.
blue staples that are transferable between blue decks, so
Yeah.
they don't lose that much, you know, in terms of monetary value. But
I agree as well. And then Damien just like let it die, let it shrivel up and die. Yeah, that's basically what he's saying right now.
And still sucks.
And then Brandel
So
just
because
says the collector's
X3?
one just got released to the public as well.
oh yeah, that's true. It feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
That collector got delayed a couple months, right? It was supposed to come out in April or something.
We did get it.
Early April.
No, we did get it April.
Then hit it later.
Early April or something.
Yo, Edwin, how's it feel getting hit by blue again?
I hate it here.
Yeah, so I thought, shut up.
God damn it.
Is that Damien?
Yeah, that's David.
He's
He just entered the chat.
You know what? On the other note, what about you, Jeff? What are your thoughts on SS3 thwarting the Dark Empire getting limited? I see you.
Yeah, he's in the chat right now.
Jeff. Or is he just waiting for 17?
I'm waiting for one thing in particular too, but you know,
Oh,
overall,
I know which
Oh,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we skip to that one and come back then? I want to hear his piece because
We could. Just give me a second. Here, there it is.
all right. So my issue with this hit, the guy who won it, like he's a legend when it comes to this deck. That's it. Like, this is the only thing he really tops with.
What a pun.
So like to like ban it because he used it well. Because like if you played the deck even with this, it's really good. But it's not like it's an easy like once you play this you automatically win. Like you still have to set up, and now you basically made it a worse version of the other card that it tried to replace. Because now I got to tap 3 to do the same thing the other card did. At least the other card, it might be lucky and it lasts there for like a couple turns. This one only will last for 1 turn now. So now it was terrible.
The last 3 turns.
It'll still do the 3 turns, but if you played the other one, it had barrier, so it could last.
About the
For, like,
Vegeta.
yeah, because it's the same price now.
I think
I
you still
wouldn't have
play
minded.
this for Vegeta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Vegeta, it's like basically a Vegeta now. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't have minded if they made it a blue and a red you had to pay.
Yeah.
2, but pay 3 is just you basically
The pay 3 was a death sentence for it.
yeah, because it's basically the Vegeta now. It's exactly like it's almost the same. Granted, I understand this one is interactable. They said, but like you probably only gonna be able to do it once, really realistically. And like I don't know, I just feel like the deck definitely went backwards. Like that might be its only top of the year. But very sad, and it's little shout out if anyone wants to buy an Invoker deck, you know, feel free to message me. I have a fully blinged Invoker deck. You will be getting 4 Android 17 most valuable players still.
Jesus
Most
Christ.
valuable players. We probably went to one of the shittiest fucking.
Oh,
Champ
they should.
Capsule.
Yeah, it's least valuable player now. So like,
Yeah, like legit.
I don't know the deck. Like, literally, I was thinking like, what should I build? And as soon as they showed this morning, I was like, I need to take like 30 minutes just to collect my thoughts. And then I went, you know what? I guess I'm really building Green Cooler next set.
I mean, Green's looking a little bit better next set. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, it got no hit, so I mean, it got hit so many times before for no reason. So it's one time to shine now. It is its one time to shine. So hopefully we go down that road. But yeah, it's very sad. Like overall, this list, it was kind of unexpected.
All of those
I didn't think it was
$80
coming out.
listings are now starting to go to $50.
Oh, no, I'm gonna try to sell these most valuable players for like $25. I need to. This is like it's funny this week. Like first, like all my stocks like crashed, then all my cryptos crashed. You know, my Luna crashed like completely, and then this happened. I'm like, dude, this is the week of my crashes.
Yep.
So,
Hey, yo, hold up. Let me go call up Crash. I'm going to go tell him to come over here.
oh yeah,
All right, call him up.
it's been one of those weeks.
Let's see. I don't even know if he's like Has he even been looking at like our chat?
He just said nobody cares about Soul Striker, and that's all he said.
Oh.
He's only saying the important thing.
Yeah, he's only saying the important thing. And then Jack King said that this doesn't affect him. Congrats to you. Midwest DBS says green cooler is legit. And I agree with that. I think it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, it just I feel like this list was meant to just promote future product.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
really said that these cards have been in this meta, I guess, for too long. And if you think about it, like all these cards, like Soul Striker's been here since the beginning of like the game. Ever since Thwarting came out, it was a staple. The Red Piccolo, King Piccolo combo, like King Piccolo's like we hit it and it's still the best like red deck in the game. So I think Bandai just said enough of all these we did a bad job essentially future proofing these cards where they're too good, where they're staying in the meta too long, and we need to promote new strategies. And that's why they
Would you
hit
say-
like everything.
I think what was it, like 2011 or some shit? They got rid of all like the plant synchro stuff, and they're like XYZ's guys.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like this is what they're trying to do. They want to promote new product, and this is the easiest way to do it is, hey, you have no choice but to buy new cards because all your old cards suck now.
Yep.
They did it set too early too.
It just sucks because like collector's edition just came out, so that Soul Striker just went boom.
Mm-hmm. And like the
And
Marvelous
then if you play anymore,
might
events, it gets to
also.
17.
Oh wait, no, not Marvelous Night. Oh, continue, Jalopy. Sorry.
Well, no, because if you go to an event and you open up this in a pack, it used to be like, damn, dude, all right, this may not be the deck for me, but because there's such a low supply, like, you know, it made it worth going out to the event. But now it's just like, all right.
Oh yeah,
shit.
dude. The new like the current champ pack, like if there was a regional, it's all garbage now.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
like,
absolutely,
there's
like the
nothing
most
you-
expensive card, $10 maybe.
Yeah, it makes it
Like-
so that like I really just
like,
don't want to go to the
100%.
Texas regional.
Yeah, it's like you don't make anything back. There's like no like motivation to go to a regional unless they put out new stuff. So like it's just that's unfortunate there.
Yeah.
The event pack stuff hasn't been going as well either, from what I'm seeing on market. Like they're just there. So like the 17 was like the money maker where you got it, you sold it, people were buying it easily $60 and above. Now like it's just
maybe
terrible.
a 15.
Yeah, it's not.
I'll be generous. I'll put its price tag at 17.
Like
I'll
I'm
be-
gonna try to get 25 a piece for them. Hopefully, someone still bites a 20, and then I'll be happy. I'll take a 50% loss.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it
Yeah.
is what it is.
Yeah,
And then
because
it goes straight to the green cooler fun.
What else we got on
Is
this
this a-
list? Because I feel like if we
is
just
this
stay
a
here,
bad
we'll stay depressed.
I mean, like the last one we got is Thortings, and like Crash has not responded. So
What's he gonna do?
I don't know, man. Like I just feel like Crash is avoiding everything right now.
Cry.
He's having
Maybe
a bad
he's
day.
mourning. He's in grief, dude.
Yeah, like
having
legit.
a
Like
bad
this
day.
is grief day.
He's in mourning.
Is he at work right now?
He might be, yeah.
He has to call off the rest of the day and like process.
Just to reassess.
Yeah.
Is
To me,
Crash just
I'm
immune to the
not.
Scarlet Witch? now?
He has to go find the Darkhold.
Oh my god.
Take on this one.
On the
yeah?
universe where Thorting stays
God
Hot
damn it.
take on this one. I'm not all that bad or mad on the SS3 hit. Because of the unique, it's not like you can spam them out anyways. It's just inconsistent as shit to find it now. But I still think you
True.
play it in black decks. Like the one drop True Fighting Spirit Goku is just a pretty strong card to where it needed to get unique anyways. And half of the good black super combo is the Vegeta one. So you already have the pieces you're playing for it anyways. And when you do see it, you'll be like, great. When you don't see it, like if you just not hung up on it and build your deck in a different way, it won't be as noticeable. You probably
I
won't have
think-
that consistent power as much, and it's definitely a nerf overall. But like black hasn't been oppressive anyway, so I think it's probably for the best to be able to start looking for different ways to build them.
So I
Alright.
think with black though, the lucky thing about SS3, it, like you said, was unique anyway. But the current deck that's been playing it, let's say for instance Trunks or Gogeta, they have multiple ways to get it back, mainly with using Beyond All Limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like
it's just gonna
if it
struggle
ever
to
went
find it, but
away,
when you
it
find
wasn't like
it's
you had
there.
no ability to get it. Like compared to like other decks, like for instance, if like other decks, if you lose the card to the the drop area, that's it. You're not gonna see it anymore. There's no way for you to get it back. It's over. So this is like the card where it's like if you mill it, you're just like, okay, I can get it back when I need it. So it's not the end all be all with it, but does it hurt? Yeah, because the turn, I guess like I know like Edwin will be happy. The turn 2 Gogeta is probably not gonna be as consistent anymore.
Nope.
Yeah,
So-
but
Billy plays
Make it
Crash
my
and he
Peter.
drops at turn 1.
I mean, it happens. It's gonna happen.
I'm
So
just bombed with it.
what do you guys think you guys are gonna play next set now with all these new changes? Like just as a quick scope now.
I'm gonna personally be looking into red, yellow, blue, green, but also in a tricolor because I think there's gonna be more support for it now, and some of those super combos just look great.
That's cool.
Like not like just the art wise, but I mean like the actual effects.
Hmm.
Oh, nice.
I just bought Android stuff this morning.
Welcome to the dark
For your
side.
Gamma 1 and 2 deck.
Yeah, like I think that the new Gamma decks might be good, but it really depends.
It has
I'm
potential.
thinking Android 21, but yeah.
On my end, I gotta go back to work. So later's dudes. Good luck.
All right, thanks Jalopy for dropping by.
Good luck for what?
Oh my god, good luck at work, I guess. Mickey, what do you think about it? I haven't heard from you.
About the balance in general?
Just in general.
A lot of questionable hits, but I think like Jalopy said, they might just be trying to push new archetypes, new strategies. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're a competitive player, you just have to accept the ban list and you have to just adapt, I guess, and just build whatever is the best deck next. You gotta figure that out. Can't
Yeah,
test, right?
Crash? You hear that?
We got to do that. Oh boy, man. So
This feels like a Konami move.
It does.
a little bit. But is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Time will tell.
I mean, business-wise, it's a good thing for them because now, like, I was like really skeptical of how much I was gonna invest in the next set because I was like, I already build Invoker and I really have enjoyed playing SS3, from the last regional, and I was like, that's still pretty good even after this list now. But now it's like, oh wait, I just lost my Invoker deck, and then my black deck that I had with Jalopy is pretty much dead too. So I'm like, well, I have 3 of my decks, 2 of them just died. So on the good news is I'll be posting a lot. On the bad news is I gotta replace it. So I had no choice but to invest in the next set.
Basically, I mean,
Yeah.
I think that the red ribbon stuff is gonna be good.
I feel Black's still decent.
It's not
gotta
where
be
it's not in the
random now.
place where it needs to be right now.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could really say about Black.
Like,
It's
I
weird
used to
'cause-
just paying 1 energy for things.
It's weird because Black used to be like more aggro, and I feel like it's now definitely shifted to more like mid game.
Yeah,
I think the last regional showed 2 hatches and 1 trunks, I think. And those ones are definitely not, like, at least in my opinion, they're not the most aggro. They're more mid range to end game.
Yep.
So like, it's funny how when Gogeta, Xeno, and Vegex were like, top of the line, it was just speed we couldn't handle. Now it's mid tier Black decks, which sucks because now Black I think is gonna become a hatch format.
It might be.
Because like, if you look at all the Black stuff that got hit, it doesn't affect hatch at all. Because I think Ivo and the other guy didn't even play like half the cards that got hit. So it might go to like a hatch format, which will always be fun. This is me even playing the deck before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so yippee.
All right.
Hey, but
well,
there is more dual attackers now, so
Yeah, there's definitely more dual attackers.
woo. All right. Any guys' final thoughts of like what do you guys think about the ban list?
honestly, only the Piccolo and Boarding were like good hits. The others were very questionable.
Like early?
Yeah.
Okay. What about what about you, Jeff?
I was just like, did you guys
I have to
know
go,
the
guys.
ban list was coming today?
See you later.
All right.
I something was fishy. Oh, Mickey, you're leaving?
Yeah, he had to go.
All right, for
Like,
sure.
did we know the ban list was coming today? Because like
It-
I know people
No.
were talking about it, but I didn't know exactly it was going to be like sent today.
I think that people just suspected only because nothing dropped exactly at 6 a.m. So
And it's we also have one card missing, which is the last SCR.
mm-hmm.
So like after that, it was just the ban list.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I didn't even notice. The only reason I saw the ban list came out is Abel posted like rest in peace to his
To Bardock.
fighting against Fates, and I was like, rest in peace. Like what happened? So I check and I'm like, oh crap, there's a. And at first I was like, oh, this is a pretty good ban list. And then the final card was the 17, and I'm like, and just like that, my day is ruined.
Yep.
Just like that, because I going down the list, I'm like, Bardock, that's a weird hit. Like that sucks, but whatever. And then I saw the King Piccolo stuff. I'm like, oh, that sucks for Miggy because Miggy's been doing so well with King Piccolo. And then I saw like the crash hits. I'm like, ooh, that's gonna hurt him and Jalopy. And I keep going down, and I saw the Soul Striker. I'm like, oh, I gotta see Edwin. Need to see Edwin. Like,
Basically.
I'm just like that. And I'm like, okay, this list is good so far for me. And then I keep going, and then I see like the 17, and I'm like, and just like that, the investment I made on like buying a whole Invoker deck absolutely blinged out has turned into the worst investment of the week.
Basically.
Just like that. I finally got all the 17s this week too. That's the worst part. I got the last one, and just like that, it got hit.
It's just one of those unfortunate things, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
I mean, it
I'm
happened.
about to ship mine.
Oh my god. Well,
What are you gonna do?
God.
Because I sold the 17 I have. I'm
Uh-huh.
about to ship it today.
You might want to go to the post office now.
Yeah.
Make sure you get the tracking.
Yeah, no, that we were talking about that. He's gonna be leaving like right now. All right. Well, thank
Alright,
you,
guys.
thank you guys for being here, and to all the other guys who managed to make some time to be with this discussion, and just for the audience, what are you guys' thoughts on the ban list? Like, what do you guys think? Just comment below and just let us know. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
All right, later, guys.
Yeah. Kevin, we're gonna have to stream another day or two. Testing.
Yep.